Our Grand Master and our grandfather, Helio Gracie, was born October 1st, 1913. This year, he would have celebrated his 100th birthday. Now, as you guys all know, he is no longer with us. His legacy lives on, his Jiu-Jitsu is. So, to celebrate 100 years of Helio Gracie, we decided to throw a ridiculous party. Give him the details.
The details of the party are amazing, but one of my favorite parts about the party is that I hope to share stories. And we're just talking right now on the story of myself and my grandfather going to this produce market to buy fruits and vegetables.
Frame this for us. When Hidon's funny. When Hidon graduated high school, my dad said Hidon college or...
No, he didn't. No, he said college.
He said college.
And I said, Dad, hold on. College is important, but spending time in Brazil with my grandfather is even more important. And then when I said that, I spoke to what my dad wants. Not to what I want.
Yes.
And what my father wants is for me to behave.
Psychological black belt.
Like he does. And he figures if I go hang out with where he hung out, I'll behave more like him.
Become like him.
Yes.
So my dad approved Hidon's Helio Gracie, Grand Master, first ever Gracie University, if you want to call it that, in Brazil on the ranch with the Grand Master. Smoothies. Talk about the smoothies. When you woke up, they were already ready.
Yes. I would have smoothies to go back to sleep. I would drink them.
The Grand Master will wake you up and say, Hidon, drink your juice.
Because he would bring them early so I could drink my juice and then have lunch with him.
So major.
If I were to have breakfast at 10:30 in the morning, I would have to eat at 2:30, 3 o'clock, and he's having lunch at 1, so it's messing everything up.
So he was very serious about feeding you. Like you were like
nutrition to him was everything.
Wow.
And feeding me was like a project.
He treated you like a very critical cattle.
Yes.
Wow, it's amazing.
He's just trying to he was building something. Who knows what he's trying to build.
My question is, how come this option wasn't made available to me when I graduated?
Because when you graduated, I was already back. I had all the cool friends. We'd all hang out and do fun things. And you thought to yourself, man, I want to hang out with Hidon and do what he's doing.
I don't know, man.
So then that looked more appetizing to you.
So tell us about this story where even in his age, he was about 85 at the time.
At 85, he would drive to Rio. Drive like an hour from the mountains.
Race car driver.
Yes. Seatbelt, of course. But he was a very good driver. Probably the king. The king driver in all of Brazil.
Every Brazilian thinks they're the king driver.
Yes, and he had no license for like the last 40 years of his life. He had no license. Never renewed it.
Boom.
This is Brazil. It's okay.
Hey, but sir, why were you speeding?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Helio Gracie. Never mind. Just drive a little slower.
Oh.
Listen, we go to this produce market in the mornings. We go once every 10 days or whatever. We get there, and there's a huge semi-truck. These are all huge trucks.
Right.
And then his little Volkswagen.
Yeah, so this is the industrial produce market where the stores buy their produce, and that's where Helio Gracie goes to his pickup truck.
He's at his little store in his house, for himself. Now, this truck is trying to get in. So my grandfather says, go ahead, back in. The truck backs in. As he backs in, we're trying to find a spot in between all these cars that are lined up in this direction. He says, go ahead and back in. And then my grandfather somehow pulls forward once he gives him the okay. So when the guy backs in, he hits my grandfather's car barely, and it breaks a little piece on his tire.
Now, he shouldn't have moved.
He shouldn't have moved.
So Grandmaster was...
And my grandfather felt the hit. The car was like this. And in Brazil, your car probably gets hit every like 10 days.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
It's a common thing. Everybody parks like on each other. So the car gets hit. My grandfather says, oh. And and he backs up a little bit, or who knows, oh, I'm sorry. The guy felt it, and he saw something or whatever. He gets out of his car, he looks, it's broken. He walks over and he says, right away, he says, Master Helio. He didn't know who was in the car. When he got close, he said, Master Helio, man, you hit my car. And he said, no, you hit my car. My grandfather flipped it, you hit my car. He said, no, you hit my car, you moved, and I hit it, it broke my thing. And he said, man, if I don't get, I need some money to fix this. So of course, his truck is like in the middle of the road stop. He went and parked it correctly, and my grandfather just walks away. And the guy is now coming back to me. I'm in the car to move it if necessary. And he says, hey, my man, to me. He says, man, he hit my car, and they're gonna take the money from my paycheck if I don't fix this. They're gonna see the broken car. Please, please, please. And I'm here like, 18 years old, America, and I'm like, dang, it's true.
It's logical.
Let me go over there and talk to my...
American mindset is you just pay it.
So I climb up on top of the deck with the truck's back
loading dock.
And I'm like, Grandpa, listen, the guy says we owe him 35 bucks. If we don't give him the money, it's gonna come from his paycheck. And my grandfather says, Hidon, tell him there's no money, but if he wants to fight you, he can fight you.
Listen, so You want to finish
So
the story?
now I'm like,
discuss this.
I'm looking at the guy like 40 yards away. I'm thinking,
Shoot.
dang.
And you're how old? 19, 18?
I'm 18, 19, and I could probably kill the guy for sure.
Sure.
But even in my mind, I'm like, man, I don't want to fight this guy. I don't want to be on the cement fighting, like sandals.
No
and,
gi.
What is this? You know, I don't want to fight right now. But he says, tell him if he wants to fight you, he can fight you. So now I'm walking over to the guy, and as I walk over to him, I'm like, what am I going to tell him right now? I don't have a plan. But as I approach, I think to myself, you know what? I look back, my grandfather's not looking. We walked away. Even if I was gonna fight, he wouldn't have watched. He was already buying more fruits and vegetables.
By the time I'm done with the fruits, be done with the fight.
So I pull out my wallet like quietly so he doesn't see anything. I'm like, bro, listen, here's 20 bucks. Walk away right now, don't say a word. Don't tell him I gave you any money. Don't say a word, here's 20 bucks. You wanted 35 bucks. Make this work. Leave right now, okay? Here, 20 bucks. Now, produce shopping ends, we're in the car driving home. He's like, can't believe it, this is my grandfather now. This guy wanted to rob us and take our 35 bucks, and he hit our car. It was probably already broken, And I'm like, oh, and he's like, yeah, I can't believe he wanted to rob us. And I'm thinking to myself, I better not tell him that I gave him 20 bucks. Because he would have probably grabbed my ear and been like, you kidding me? You gave me 20 bucks? What's wrong with you? You know, like I got robbed. He would have been mad that his grandson got hustled. But I'm like, yeah, Grandpa, that's right. You know, Brazilians are sneaky around here. You know, they want to get all the money they can. So we drive home, and of course, you never told him that I gave the guy 20 bucks.
Right. So
what is worth me not fighting?
What do we take from this story? Because these are our friends out there. We don't want to give the wrong example.
The example.
Number one, if you're wrong, you should pay.
Correct. But my grandfather felt he was right.
Right. He felt that. He said go. He moved forward. The guy hit him.
You still shouldn't hit me.
Even though I said go, you shouldn't have hit me. Even though I told you you're allowed to go.
I'm not thinking.
It's debatable. This whole who did right, who did wrong.
I'm not thinking right or wrong. I'm just thinking, man, it did happen with us. We were involved.
Right.
Let's help him a little bit.
Right. But the bigger picture here is just to kind of gain some insight as to how things are different in Brazil and how the Grand Master operated. And you can love or hate however you want. And you can say, oh, you know, he shouldn't be throwing around fights like that and challenging people for no reason. And there's some truth to that. But the reality is, if challenges didn't happen like so freely like that, none of us would be here today. None of us would be wearing gis with triangles and Jiu-Jitsu and no gis and UFC. It all came from this idea of, yo, just fight and just figure it out. And it's right in some ways. I can certainly see how it's wrong in other ways. But one thing is certain, it's unique in every way. This idea of, if he has just a misunderstanding, you guys just settle it, winner takes the money, and that's it. It's a very interesting way. In Brazil, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West, and that's just how they did it back then, and it was a little new to you, but I think you jiu-jitsu the situation in a unique way by mitigating it very nicely.
Yes, and we were raised around this.
Yeah.
But it was new to me to be the one. Like, you go fight.
Right.
I mean, hold on, what do you mean? Where's Hoyler? Get Hoyler to go fight, or Hickson. These guys, where's Helson? Stop everything. So I'm like, hold on, man. But
very fun. So this is the deal, you guys. Crazy stories.
Let's tell more.
Not right now.
At the dinner.
Yes. Let's have a party.
And
let's have a connecting. Let's have a talking time. Yes.
So with this whole 100-year celebration, right? I called.
Is there a lot of people, our students all over the world, Gracie universities, who never met Voeli? A lot of them never met him.
Correct. I called Rhalan. I was like, Rhalan, bro, let's do a dinner, Rhalan.
Rhalan is Helson Gracie's son, our cousin.
Let's do a dinner where we invite 120 people, 150 people, and we do a meal that's dedicated to our grandfather.
Right.
What he liked. The little fish that he liked, a little pasta, little soups, salads, kind of duplicating his ideal meal.
Ideal meal.
And of course, I called Rhalan first because he was the most down. He's like, for sure, I'm there.
100%.
Meal, oh my gosh, let's go. Food, Rhalan and Helson are there,
Food and meal. And then
Helson, I'm not sure if Helson can make it, but Rhalan, I know.
Right. So then
I called more cousins. Then I called you last because I had to get everybody on deck. So then I called Ralek. I'm like, Ralek, let's do it. And I called Kroyler, who's my aunt Hedika's son, who's in Indiana. Cousin. I said, Kroyler, come on, bro, to the dinner. And then I called Kron. And Kron, I texted, he was actually in Brazil. And then finally I said, Rener, all of these guys are lined up. Ralek, Kron,
I gotta be like
Kroyler,
that guy,
Rhalan. I said, Rener, are you down? Because Rener is the busiest. So I said, Rener, can you make it happen this date? And when he saw the dinner we had planned and the cousins that were there.
And the Jiu-Jitsu.
And the Jiu-Jitsu, but that came second though. Because first was a dinner, and then I said, man, if all these cousins are around, let's do a seminar with the 6 of us for like 3-4 hours.
Yes, what else?
Plus talking.
Philosophy, lifestyle.
Sharing what we learned from our
it started
grandfather.
off as an idea of having a dinner on behalf. It grew into this bigger thing, and now it's grown into this 100% full day, once in a lifetime, comes hang out with Helio Gracie's grandchildren, and probably their parents are going to show up and different aunts and uncles, but we have confirmed for sure these 6 cousins of ours, and it's going down.
I told Ralek, whether or not our dad shows up and our uncles, we go with it.
Oh yeah.
But the party's turning out so good that I'm getting small confirmations like, yeah, I can be there this day, you know? This dinner sounds good to me. As long
From
as,
uncles?
Correct.
Yes.
From some uncles and some aunts that I haven't hung out in a while. Looking forward to it.
So here's our goal. If you train Jiu-Jitsu, gentle art, you love Jiu-Jitsu, lifestyle, the whole thing, and you have never had the chance to train and spend time with Grand Master Helio Gracie, maybe you came in after he left us in the physical form. This party is dedicated to you by means of celebrating him. Because we want you guys to get a gist of what we were so privileged to grow up with.
We want to experience it once again.
Yes.
He's just really bring him, even though he's here every day, we want to really bring him back into our lives for that one day.
Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu, philosophy, lifestyle, food, diet, mindset, jokes, stories, beliefs, everything we want to create on this day special through the eyes and stories and experiences of those who spent the most time with him, which were his grandkids and of course the kids of his who could make it. So it's going to go down on a very real level. This is the most Gracies, at least, that I've been involved with teaching a single seminar.
Correct. Me
on
too.
The mat, sharing the mat together.
I think it's the same for all of us that are going to be there.
Yes.
Yes.
So this has never happened, this type of collaboration, and it only happened really because of the Grand Master's celebration opportunity, and we hope that this can be kind of a kickoff to the potential of this happening more in the future. So Hedon told me, he was like, Rener, we should have this party because we want to hang out with all of our cousins. We want to share dinner, the mat, train, collaborate, connect. We just want to be around them because they all live all over the world. So to bring them together to one spot, let's make it happen. That's the main reason why we want to do it for almost a family gathering. And then I said, shoot, you know, or we agreed that family is not limited to the last name, my friends. It's not limited by blood. It extends by sweat.
That was good.
So we allow for it was from that one T-shirt that we came out with a little while ago, Familia by blood or by sweat, which I also.
So we have a few spots for people to come hang out. We have some friends from across the country and the world.
They're
coming from Spain, but there are a few spots left. And if you, for whatever reason, really want to experience this, we would love to have you here.
For sure. And to make it more of an exciting opportunity for people coming from far away, we made the whole week prior to the party. It's October 5th, Southern California, Los Angeles, at the Millennium Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles. The week prior to that, you guys should probably be here. The week prior to that, the whole week is free training for any visitors from anywhere in the world.
Or the week after. If you arrive the day before, you can train for a week after.
If you arrive the day of the party, you want to stay the week after, that's also okay.
All good.
But the week of Helio Gracie's first is a Tuesday. It's October 1st, a Tuesday. That whole week of Helio Gracie's birthday is free training for any visitors from anywhere in the world who want to come experience it, have a whole week, connect, group classes, meet everybody.
Even if you don't do the dinner?
Yes.
You can just come train that whole week?
Yes.
Wow.
You want to come train some group classes?
Even if you're from a different school in this area?
Yes, Helio Gracie week is free Gracie Jiu-Jitsu for the world.
Starting Monday or Tuesday?
Starting Monday.
Starting Monday, not Tuesday.
It's the whole week, Helio Gracie week.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate, we'll talk, we'll hang out, we'll do techniques, it's great. But the real, the moment for us all is gonna be this special October 5th. It's a Saturday, it's a full day event. And
11 a.m. seminar till like 3 or 4, dinner's around 6.
Stories, hang out, boom, boom, and boom. It's major, you guys. It's major.
Listen, there's a piece of art that has been done.
I thought you were gonna keep that secret, bro.
It is a secret. There's a piece of art that's being done, that's gonna be unveiled at
100-year Helio Gracie commemorative masterpiece.
It's this big. It's 6 feet by 4 feet wide. It's 6 feet tall.
Hiro, when you walked into his studio.
Whose studio?
Steve Holland, the guy who painted this masterpiece. Google him, you guys. When you walked into his studio and you saw it on the wall.
First of all, when I walked in, there was all kinds of art. But when I saw this, it was like, boom.
It pulled you.
No, of course it pulled me. But it was like, it was the biggest piece in the room. And all I could think to myself is, how am I, like, I want this in my house. But then I thought, no, this is too big. It has to go somewhere bigger. But it's like, man,
It's amazing.
It started in my mind 2-3 months ago. I'm like, there has to be a painting done by someone of this magnitude by our grandfather.
Yeah.
So
it's getting done. The painting is done. It's going to be unveiled at this celebration.
Come see it.
It's just a masterpiece, you guys.
We just want you to appreciate it how I did right now. I'm going to appreciate it again with you guys.
It's ridiculous.
Looking forward to it.
So, Helio Gracie Week, October 1st, which is what,
Tuesday?
September 30th is the Monday. So that whole week come train, you guys. Hang out, party. And who knows, maybe go to Hiron's house for some acai. Anything is possible during Helio Gracie Week. Okay? Make it happen. Book your hotel. If you're going to stay, you don't want to stay at the hotel, the Millennium Biltmore, the whole week because it's far from the academy. You want to stay in Torrance at a hotel around the academy, train over here, and then maybe stay at the Millennium Biltmore the night of the party or not, or just go there, do the thing, and come back. It's up to you.
20-minute drive.
Yeah, so it's in LA, very close to LAX, and it's major, you guys.
But they do have a few rooms blocked out though. Like, I'm going to be staying there.
The night of the thing, it's cool.
There's like 10, 15 rooms just for our group, which you can find on the link.
You guys, if you have any questions, post them, maybe at our Facebook page, facebook.com/Gracie Academy. For the details and to buy tickets for this one-day event, go to Helio Gracie, better yet, go to gracieacademy.com/Helio Gracie 100. And that's the specific page that has more details about the week. It's major. Yeah, for those who can make it, it'll be a once-in-a-lifetime memorable experience. For those who can't make it,
maybe 200 years?
Maybe 200 years of Helio Gracie.
Yeah, we'll do that party.
Cool, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Keep it real and
keep it playful.
Respect.